जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So are we going in any sequence?
Your choice, Prabhu.
Generally what you...
We have just completed that Samudramantal Leela. We have just completed.
Achha. But you're going in sequence like that?
Not exactly.
Achha.
Different kind of something.
Okay. English, Hindi, English, right?
English.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I'm happy to be here again with all of you. Nice devotees. Hare Krishna. So in one day of Brahma, there are many Manus, multiple Manus. And from Manu comes Manushya, the human society. So we all are Manushya, human. And this human form is very, very great opportunity. There are three great opportunities we get. First, this human birth is an opportunity. Second, a human birth in a good family, that's an opportunity. And third, a human birth in which we got association of pure devotees of Krishna. That is the highest opportunity. There is a saying that there are only 2 days in life most important. The first is the day we are born, and the second is the day we know the purpose of our birth. So the purpose of our birth is to serve Krishna. So human form is a great opportunity. So Manu Maharaj, he gives the souls instructions to perform duties in human form so that they go back to Krishna. They don't again become animal. If we take human birth and die and again become a dog or a cat, then we are a failure. If we die and become again human, then also we are a failure. If we die and become a demigod, then also we are a failure. Only when we go back to the spiritual world, we are successful, or we are on the progressive path. Even in next birth, we are successful. Otherwise, it is conditional life, karma bandhan. So one of the Manus, his name is Sharyati. Long time before, Sharyati. He is the king, emperor. So one day Sharyati, he went with his family and army to visit Chavan Rishi. Chavan Rishi is a very popular sage who is very powerful. Even the demigods are afraid of him. The sages, they perform tapasya for many thousand years, and by that tapasya and purity, they receive power, and that by that power, they become popular and controllers. Like we have example of Vishwamitra, Vasishtha Muni, and other sages. So Chavan Rishi is a very powerful personality and a saintly personality. Saintly person means one who has qualities of sadhu, one who is surrendered to Krishna, one who is tolerant, one who is forgiving, one who is compassionate, one who is truthful, one who is humble, one is peaceful, clean, honest, wise, austere, peaceful, non-violent. That is saintly person. Sadhu. Sadhu is not evaluated by dress and address. Somebody's dress might be saffron kurta dhoti, and somebody's address might be a spiritual organization or Vrindavan or Haridwar. But just by dress and address, one cannot know who is a sadhu. Especially today in Kali Yuga, we may find in temples and mathas and spiritual societies the people wearing dress but not qualified. So sadhu is known by his qualities. Titikshava, karunika, compassionate, tolerance, forgiving, well-wisher of all living entities, non-envious, friendly, truthful, etc. So to meet such saintly persons is a very great opportunity and blessing, because we get free from sinful reactions, we get instructions, and just by following those instructions, our life is perfect. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra kahe, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoye. Lava means momentary association. Just a momentary association of a pure sadhu can change our life, can make us perfect. Of course, the Rishi Munis not necessarily all are pure devotees, but they are saintly persons, more in mode of goodness, staying in the forest. So the kings would often go to associate with them and receive their blessings. That's how we should also keep coming to temple, offer service to devotees and receive their blessings, so that we can practice pure devotional service to go back to the spiritual world. So King Sharyati, with his army, with his family members, he came to the ashram of Jaman Rishi. So he has a very beautiful daughter, Sukanyā. She is a Rajkumari, princess, young girl, teenage girl, and extremely beautiful, and having all the good qualities. So she also accompanied King Sharyati, her father, and with her friends, Sakhis. And the ashram is in the forest. So she got interested to see the place and pluck some flowers. Flowers are attractive. They are colorful, they are fragrant, and they are beautiful. So everybody likes flowers. Girls also like flowers. So Sukanyā with her friends, she went to some other part of the ashram where there were nice gardens and flowers, and she started plucking flowers. And playfully walking, talking, laughing, enjoying. So as she was going around, she saw a mud earthworm makes, the earthworms and the small snakes, they make mud house for themselves with poles. You have seen that?
Yes.
So she saw a mud house where earthworms and snakes stay. Like that. Hare Krishna. So, of course, that's not very attractive, but it had two holes which were illuminating, luminous. So she got little attracted. What is this? It's like two sources of light in the mud or two diamonds in the mud. But she couldn't understand what is this. She couldn't figure out. So out of curiosity, she took some straw and she put it in those holes to see what is it. And blood started coming out. And she got afraid. Then what did she do? That blood is coming out. Actually, they were eyes. Jaman Rishi was sitting inside that mud house. He didn't make the mud house and sat. He was sitting for so many years at one location meditating that the bugs and the insects formed the mud house and it didn't disturb him. He was inside meditating. And Sukanyā, by mistake, she made him blind. She damaged his eyes and blood started coming out and it was painful. So in other part of the ashram, the soldiers and the servants and the associates of Sharyati, in few minutes they realized some changes in their body. They were feeling pressure to pass stool and urine, but it was not coming out. And that can be very, very painful. If you have pressure but nothing is coming out, that's not easy to handle. And that happened with every single person there. And King Sharyati understood that one of us have done an offense. Something we have done to Jaman Rishi, some offense we have done, and this is the reaction. So aparadh or offense to a great soul can be very dangerous, especially in our sadhana where we are practicing devotional service. We should be very, very careful not to offend Vaishnavas, not to offend devotees, not to offend deities, not to offend the holy name, not to offend Srimad Bhagavatam. If we do offense, then our spiritual growth is interrupted. If we criticize a devotee or hurt a devotee or insult a devotee or beat a devotee or be unhappy seeing a devotee, that's offense. That's why as sadhakas we should be very careful to follow Vaishnava etiquette. When we follow proper Shishtachar, Vaishnava etiquette, we deal respectfully, we deal politely, then we are protected from offending devotees. We have example of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj's stepmother, Suruchi, she insulted Dhruva. When Dhruva was not a devotee, he was just a 5-year-old boy. But later on, Suruchi and Suruchi's son, they received the result of their offense. Uttam, Suruchi's son, and Suruchi, they were killed. When Uttam was in the forest, one Yaksha killed him. That was a reaction to Vaishnava Aparat to Dhruva Maharaj. And when Uttam was killed, Suruchi ran to the forest to find out about her son, and she fell down in the forest and died. So these both quote unquote unnatural death were actually a reaction of the offense they did to Dhruva Maharaj, who became a Vaishnava after the offense. Vaishnava Aparad is not just Vaishnava and Aparad. It is pre-Vaishnava also if we hurt somebody. That's a Vaishnava Aparad if he becomes a devotee. And everybody is potential to become a great devotee. So we have to be extremely careful not to hurt anybody, not to disturb anybody. Peace should not be cut into pieces. We interact with our family, our friends, other devotees. We should not disturb anybody's peace. We should not obstruct anybody's spiritual growth. We should not hurt anybody. We should not abuse. We should not manipulate. We should not exploit. That's aparat. So when Chavan Rishi was offended, naturally the reaction came to everybody. And King Sharyati was in panic mode. It's something we have done. Then he started inquiring, has anybody contaminated the ashram? Has anybody broken a rule? Has anybody been violent to any living entity here? Or has anybody offended somebody? Everybody said, no, we didn't do anything. The princess Sukanyā, she came forward crying. She said, I was just curious. There were 2 holes in the mud and I put a straw and blood started coming out. And hearing this, Sharyati was so afraid. They went to the location and they found out it was Chavan Rishi sitting inside. And now he's blind. He's already old. He has white hair. His skin is loose. His teeth are gone. He is diseased. Because of old age, he's invalid. And now he's blind. It will be difficult to continue living. So Sharyati was very, very in panic mode. He went and started begging forgiveness to Chavan Rishi. He said, please forgive us and please forgive my daughter. She is a young girl. She does not experienced. She didn't do it intentionally. She was not aware that you are inside. So he was trying to appease and pacify Chavan Rishi. Chavan Rishi, after hearing from Sharyati, he asked only one question. He said, is your daughter married or not? That's all she asked. Immediately Sharyati understood that he wants to marry Sukanyā. Why? Because Cyavana Rishi thought, at this age, when I am blind, I will need somebody to help me out with day-to-day duties. So she is wife, she can be a wife only can help in such situation nicely. And she is responsible for this, so she will take the responsibility now. So he just asked, is your daughter married? And of course she was beautiful and king's daughter. Sharyati understood his intention and he did Kanyadan. Knowing well Cyavana Rishi is old, knowing well he is about to die kind of stuff, invalid, disease, loose teeth, wrinkled skin, grey hair, and a very, very bad temperament. Rishis generally, if you hear, they have that kind of temperament. He knew well, but he also knew if he didn't fulfill Cyavana Rishi's desire, Sukanyā will not be able to come out of this aparat. And not only Sukanyā and Sharyati, and not only the soldiers present in the ashram, whole city will be doomed. Whole praja will be finished. Wherever aparat is done, not only that person but the whole village is destroyed. That is true. We have an example of Khan, collector Ramchandra Khan, who did aparat to Haridas Thakur and Nityanand Prabhu, and whole village was finished. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita, that story is there. So Sharyati did Kanyadan and he offered young Princess Sukanyā, very beautiful young girl, to old Cyavana Rishi. Now Sukanyā is a young girl and she got a Buddha mil gaya. She got a husband who is old, who is blind, and who has a very difficult temperament to deal with, who gets very easily angry, who gets very easily irritated, who speaks harsh, who raises his volume. But Sukanyā was such a nice, chaste, faithful wife that she served perfectly. That's why her name is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies Sukanyā as Sati. It is human nature for a male to have a male ego which claims that I am superior to female. So in a husband-wife relationship, the husband thinks I am superior. Even though he may not be qualified with such skills, talent and qualities, but he thinks that is his illusion. So a peaceful, happy married life is when a wife maintains that illusion. A chaste, faithful wife has skills to interact with the husband, maintaining that illusion, and keep the house peaceful. But when she tries to break that illusion, the house is very difficult. And then in Kali Yuga there are separations and divorces. So it is not the question of right and wrong. It is a question of psychology. Finally, we are not stones. So there is a psychology, and that cannot be ignored when we perform our duties. Like children have a psychology, and when you feed or care for children, you can't just be logical. You can't approach your child and say, eat lunch. Child says, I am not hungry. okay, matter over. Child is not hungry. When the child is hungry, child will eat. No, you have to continue persuading the child, play with the child, and feed the child, which may take 2-3 hours sometimes. Yashoda Maya had to do that with Krishna, because that is child's situation. So at that time, nobody will say, no, this is wrong. No, that is how you take care of the child. And that is how the child loves the mother. Some people, you feed prasad and you say, take one more roti. They say no. But actually they want. But they want, you tell them 2-3 times. Right? This is psychology. Can we ignore this psychology? When guests come in our house, it is hospitality, it is respect, it is love. Then okay, take. Say okay, आप बोलते हैं तो एक और ले लेता हूँ. There's nothing wrong about it. It's psychology. In the same way, there is male ego and female ego. And there is psychology. And in order to keep the situation peaceful, that psychology cannot be ignored. Especially a person like Chavan Rishi, who is senior in age, who is senior in austerity, who is senior in experience, who is senior in knowledge, who has a victim situation that she made me blind, and who has a temperament. He will always consider himself in a superior position. And if a young girl thinking that I am so unfortunate, I got a Buddha, I got an old man, and I got stuck here, then she will never be peaceful. But when she is faithful and chaste that my father did Kanyadan, so whatever it is, he is my husband and I should serve him nicely, then she can be very peaceful. And that happens with all of us, and that's with all the relationships we have. Irrespective of the reciprocation from our spouse or brother, sister, parent, children, we have to perform our duties nicely. Just imagine, Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma, performing his duty. Are we really reciprocating with him? For millions of years we are not turning towards him, but he is still standing there. Doesn't he have sufficient reason to exit our heart? Are we really surrendered to him, reciprocating with him, accepting his friendship? No. We don't even listen to him. He has all the reason to exert his authority, but he is patiently waiting for millions and millions of years that one day this soul will turn towards me. Patiently waiting for millions of years that one day this soul will love me. Till that he continues to love us. So we have to have the same patience for a particular relationship, which may be 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, whatever. So Sukanyā, she was continuously serving Chavan Rishi without making him upset, without making him angry, taking care of him, taking care of his body, taking care of his ego, taking care of his temperament, taking care of his desires, without thinking of her desires. That is love. Love requires sacrifice. We have example of Mother Devahuti, who got married to Karna Muni. Devahuti is also a princess, and Karna Muni is a poor brahmachari. And immediately after marriage, Muni went for tapasya. And during the tapasya, Devati was with him, serving him. And she was so much attentive to the service and assistance that she didn't take care of her own body. She didn't bathe properly, she didn't change her clothes properly, she didn't do any makeup, and she didn't take care of her hair. After a long time, when Muni came out of his meditation, he saw a very different personality. The Rajkumari whom he married, so beautiful, was all looking not beautiful because lots of dust was there on her skin, and her sari was soiled, and her hair were unkept. And he was surprised that you served me so much that you sacrificed, even neglected your own body. A female psychology is such that it is very, very difficult to neglect your body. Even if there is death in the house, the female will have to look in the mirror once before going out. Nothing wrong about it, that's how it is. So here Devati is not even taking care of her hairs and face and clothes and decoration. So Muni is very, very obliged. And because of such sacrifice, the wife gets half of spiritual benefit which the husband is practicing without herself practicing. So if a husband is doing very nice 16 rounds and Mangala arati and Juhu and preaching, it's not the credit of husband only. It's the credit of wife who has kept the house so peaceful that this is possible. So if you see a preacher or a devotee practicing and performing nicely, you should understand there's somebody who has allowed this to happen. Otherwise it's not possible. So she gets half. And that's how it works. So Sukanyā, she is glorified as a chaste lady. And husband should be grateful to a chaste wife. The biggest danger to a male is lust. In Bhagavad-gita, Arjuna is asking question to Krishna that what is that force which makes me do sinful activities when I don't want to do? And Krishna says it is lust. And lust is formidable enemy. And the biggest influence and attack of lust is for a male to get attracted to multiple females. And when that happens, he goes to hell. The only way he can avoid this is marry a chaste wife. And a chaste wife makes sure that she serves the husband in such a way that he doesn't get attracted to any other lady. And in that way the husband is protected from going to hell. The husband is protected from getting involved in lusty activities. So one who protects us from the greatest enemy, who is that person? Greatest friend. So if wife protects husband from the greatest enemy, lust, then wife is the greatest friend of the husband. So if a wife has a kind of quality to sometimes be possessive or doubt or check the phone whom he is talking to, that is to protect the husband, not to get involved with any other female. Otherwise he will go to hell. So all this psychology is created for protection. Of course it has some unpleasant experiences as well if it is taken to the extreme, but one should be very mature to handle this. So a wife, by her love, care and maintaining the illusion of superiority actually can control the husband. But the husband thinks I am in control. Like we do that's the same thing with children. We think we give opportunity to children to take decisions. And the children think they are in control. But parents know how to do that. So Sukanyā will very nicely take care of Chaman Rishi, and in this way she set an example of a good wife, even when you get a husband who may be not to your liking. So one day in the ashram of Chaman Rishi, Ashwini Kumaras came. Two Ashwini Kumaras, they are twins, and they are heavenly physicians, doctors. And there they have Amrit, nectar, which can even revive a dead person alive back and even give young body to an old man. So Chaman Rishi told Ashwini Kumaras, look, you are heavenly physicians. You stay in heaven, but the demigods, they don't give you somaras. When there is yajna, there is somaras, and somaras is consumed only by demigods. They don't share with everybody, and they don't give to Ashwini Kumaras. Chaman Rishi said, I am so capable that I can arrange somaras for you. So Ashwini Kumara said, wow, that's good. But in return, you make me young. Ashwini Kumar said, deal. Both were getting benefit. Ashwini Kumaras will get somaras, so they will get a category of demigods, so that's a promotion. Everybody wants promotion in their post. And Chaman Rishi will get a young body. Anybody who would like to trade his old body with young body, everybody is ready for that. So they said, okay, deal. So Ashwini Kumaras arranged medicines and mantras in a small pond, and they told Chaman Rishi, you go and take a dip. But Chaman Rishi was so old, he couldn't even walk. He was so invalid, he couldn't even walk. So both the Ashwini Kumaras hold him, and they all three jumped in the pond. And all three came out, all three had a changed body, and all three were same. Equally handsome, equal height, equal facial features. They all look alike, young Rajkumar, young demigods. So Chaman Rishi got transformed into a young man, very handsome, very attractive, very powerful, very good sensual strength and physical strength and mental strength. Sukanyā was happy but confused. Now who is my husband? Who is Chaman Rishi? Because all three look same. And she had a choice now to select any one of them, including Ashwini Kumar, because they all look same. And she knew Chaman Rishi, whatever, even if his body has changed, his temperament is same. So she got a replacement offer now, exchange offer. But she didn't go for it. She started offering prayers to Ashwini Kumar that you please show me which one is my husband. That is her chastity. So Ashwini Kumars were very pleased with her chastity, and they indicated, and now Chaman Rishi was young and Sukanyā had a better life. And Ashwini Kumars left. After some time, Sharyati came to meet Sukanyā. And he came and he saw Sukanyā sitting with a young man, handsome boy. Sukanyā offered obeisances to Sharyati. Sharyati didn't offer blessings. He got very angry. He got very upset. And he started scolding and chastising Sukanyā. He said, what kind of girl you are? Just because your husband is old, invalid, blind, diseased, you have accepted another man. Okay, your another man is more beautiful, more young, more handsome, but this is sin. We never taught you like this. A woman who accepts another man apart from husband is doing a sinful activity. and of man as well, accepting another girl, another woman apart from wife. It's illicit relationship. It is confirmed ticket to hellish planet. So one should not do that. One should protect oneself by Krishna consciousness, by mode of goodness, by being away from all such contemplations and attractions. There are 4 regulative principles. One of them is no illicit sex outside marriage, no girlfriend-boyfriend relationships. That is sinful. It's contaminating. That's lust. And by that one gets punishment in hell and gets animal body next life. And even the ancestors of both the families, they fall down. Even the ancestors get sinful reaction. So Satyavati was very angry on Sukanyā. And he said, what kind of behavior is this? You got a handsome, beautiful man, but actually he's a beggar. Because he's taking somebody's wife. And because of you, all our family ancestors will fall down. Sukanyā heard all the scolding and smiled. Because she knew she is not at fault. If you tell truth, if you tell something which is truth and a person is at fault, he gets angry. If a person doesn't get angry, that means he is not at fault. If there are 10 people in the room and I say there is one fat person, who will get angry? Who is thin or who is fat? Who is fat? Who is thin, he will not get angry. If you call a thin person fat, he will not get angry. Because you know that's not truth. But a fat person will get angry. So Sukanyā didn't get angry because she is not at fault. She smiled. And seeing her smile, Satyavati was getting more angry. He said, what is happening? She is so shameless. First of all, she left her husband. She took up some other man. And in front of me, she is sitting with him. And I am scolding and she is smiling. Then Sukanyā explained the whole story, that this is your son-in-law, this is Chavan Rishi. And when Satyavati understood the whole thing, he was very happy that my daughter had such a good luck, that even though she got married to an old man, but because she is chaste, her fortune changed. We have example of Sati Savitri. Because she is chaste, her fortune changed. And her dead husband, Yamaraj, had to give her back. We have example of Anusuya, Sita Mata, so many other examples. Draupadi, Rukmini Devi. A chaste wife's desires are fulfilled. So Satyavati was very happy and Satyavati said, I have come here to request Chavan Rishi to perform a yajna for our house. Chavan Rishi got a good opportunity because he had promised Ashwini Kumar that he will give them somras. So he said, yes, I will do the yajna. And the king arranged a very big fire sacrifice. And Chavan Rishi did the fire sacrifice, chanted the mantras, and he got a pot full of somras and he gave to Ashwini Kumars. When Indra saw this, he became very angry and upset that how can he promote them? They are not qualified. Indra took his thunderbolt to hit Ashwini Kumaras. But before he could use the thunderbolt, Chavan Rishi paralyzed his arm by his mantras. That is Chavan Rishi. He paralyzed Indra's arm. Now what to do? So Indra finally negotiated. He said, okay. From today Ashwini Kumars can be with us and have the somras like us. And that's how he promoted them to demigods. And that's how Chavan Rishi and Sukanya's story is there in Bhagavatam because of her chastity. And we should develop this chastity not just ordinary but also towards Krishna. Loyalty towards Srila Prabhupada. That whatever Prabhupada instructions he has given, We follow as it is, no addition, no subtraction. A devotee should be chaste, a devotee should be loyal to the spiritual master, the founder Acharya, and to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should be loyal and chaste to the holy name, loyal and chaste to SriSriRadhaRasbihari, and we will be blessed with good fortune. So even if there are difficult conditions, we still continue. There may be difficulties in life, but we continue our faithful devotional service. That we continue to serve Krishna, we continue to serve Srila Prabhupada and his devotees, and in that way we can be successful in our spiritual life. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or comments, you may please ask.
Yeah, Manu is also Manava. Why is that called Manu? Like, if they are Manava, then
They are not Manav. They are sons of Brahma. They take care of the race Manav. Okay. Yes, Kaustubh Krishna.
With this comes this story with Bhagavad Canto reference.
9. Ninth canto. Next question. It comes talking about Shariyati's dynasty, in which Revat was born, whose daughter Revati got married to Balram.
Prabhuji, does the husband also get half of the hostel?
Right.
Right.
Yes. The wife does bhakti, husband gets. Because they are supporting each other. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Gokuleshwar Prabhuji ki.